Hello, welcome back. I am so glad you can join me today. If you're new, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Today, I am going to be making something that I grew up on as a little girl, and a lot of you may have also grown up on the same thing. In Barbados years ago, we call it pap, but it is cornmeal porridge, and that's what it's called. But I remember calling it pap when I was a little girl. But today we're gonna make some pap, some cornmeal porridge, and I'm gonna show you the ingredients that I have that's gonna go into my cornmeal porridge. So we're gonna start out by using some cornmeal here that I bought, and I'm going to use only half a cup of this. I have here 2 cups of almond milk, but you are welcome to choose your type of milk. I'm going to add 1 cup of water, and with a little twist, I'm going to use some coconut milk. I'm going to add some coconut milk to it. I have here some hard cinnamon. I personally prefer the powdered cinnamon because I get more of the taste with that. It changes the color, but I get the taste. But I don't have any, so I'm going to use some hard spice. You can add some vanilla essence to give it a little flavor if you like the vanilla flavor. I'll be adding a little bit of nutmeg. And if you live in Barbados, or if you happen to have some bay leaf wherever you may be, and you're able to use bay leaf give it a really good flavor. Unfortunately, I don't have bay leaf, and that's not something that I can get pretty easily. So if you have bay leaf, put your bay leaf in there and bring everything to a boil, and you will see it's going to taste really great. So let's get started on making our cornmeal porridge. So let's go over to the stove. Let me show you what I'm going to do. Here I have my saucepan on. Let me just turn my stove on. And we're going to turn our stove on to low because we want this to take its time. We're not going to rush it. We want it to take our time. So I put 2 cups of almond milk in there. I'm going to throw in here 2, if I can get it out of the box, out of the 2 of these I'm going to throw in there. And I am just going to cover this, and as I said, if you had your bay leaf, this is when you would put your bay leaf in. You would cover it, leave the stove on low, and let it take its time so that the cinnamon flavor or the bay leaf flavor, if you have that, can come out. Okay, so that's what you would do. Now for my cup of water, this is what I'm gonna do. Now I use bottled water. So for my cup of water, I'm going to pour 1 cup of water in here. I'm making enough to serve 2 people, but of course if you're making for more than 2 people, the recipes, if you're making for more than 2 people, the ingredients that you put in obviously is going to have to change. But I'm only making for 2, so this is the amount that I would make for 2. So I'm going to pour 1/2 a cup. Half a cup of cornmeal. I'm going to add to my water. Then I'm going to take a fork, and I'm going to mix that up. And I'm going to let it soak here for a while. Cornmeal, guys, tend to get lumpy. So you don't want your cornmeal to be lumpy. So just soak it like this for a few minutes. And we're going to just set that aside and leave that there. And once my milk has heated up, just give it enough time to just heat up. Then I'm going to add this to the milk. So I'll be back as soon as my milk is heated. My milk has started to come to a boil. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to add my cornmeal that's been soaking into my milk. Now guys, when you're adding in this, you have to stir. You have to add it in slowly, and you have to stir because you do not want any lumps in there. So you're going to add that in slowly, and you're going to stir that in there. And you're going to stir briskly, and you're going to give it a good stir. I can smell the cinnamon. The flavors of the cinnamon has started to come out. I can smell it. It smells good. So I am going to let this cook for a little bit. Okay, so I stir that, so that's pretty good. I'm going to put my cover on. And in 5 minutes, I'm going to come back and check it again. Okay, guys. It's been sitting for 5 minutes. So you just come back and give it a good stir. Just continue stirring. Looks good. Now I'm going to add my coconut milk at this stage. I add my coconut milk, guys. You just keep stirring. Keep on stirring. Keep on stirring. A whisk is good for stirring, guys. If you have a whisk, this is good to stir it. My cinnamon sticks are still in there. I'm going to leave those in there. And I am going to leave it for another 5 minutes to cook some more. Now, like around this time, people add condensed milk to it. I'm not going to add condensed milk because that's a lot of calories right now, and we're trying to cut down on some of the calories. So we're not going to add condensed milk. And so I'm just going to let it stay here and cook for like another 5 minutes, and then I'll come back and show you. My 5 minutes is up again, so I turn it off. So let's stir it some more. I'm gonna put a little bit of carnation milk in there, which I really don't need to add that because I already have the other milk in there. So let me show you texture. And I wasn't sure if I remember just now if I said how much milk. I put 1 cup of the coconut milk in there, guys. I'm not sure if I had mentioned that or not. So this is another 5 minutes. So this is 10 minutes altogether that this was here cooking. I'm going to put about a teaspoon of nutmeg, guys. About a teaspoon of nutmeg in there. About a teaspoon of vanilla extract in there. And continue to whisk. Whisk, 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 whisk. And I'm going to put my cover on one more time and leave it here for another 5 minutes. Because you want to make sure the meal is cooked really well, and then I will serve it up. Okay, so my cornmeal pap is almost done. 5 more minutes. So our cornmeal porridge has finished. So let me go ahead and serve it up. I gotta take those. I'll take those out. And see, this is the texture right here for this one. And this is enough. What I just made is enough to serve 2 people. See? 2 people for the amount that I had in there that you saw me put in is just enough for 2 people. So if you have a big family, you know that ingredients is not enough, that you're gonna have to add more. So now let me get rid of my, because we don't need this anymore. Guys, we have our 2 bowls of cornmeal porridge. Now, as I say, some people put condensed milk to this. Now, if you put condensed milk to it, that's fine because that makes it taste good. But I'm not going to put condensed milk because we're going to try to make this a little bit healthier. So what I'm going to add to that is I have my good old flax seed. I'm going to add some flax seed to mine because I want to make mine a little bit healthier. I'm just going to add flax seed to mine. I'm not going to add it to my husband's because he don't like flax seed in his. So I'm just going to add to mine. I have my chia seeds. I'm going to add chia seeds. And as I said, guys, if you want to know the health benefits, you can just go online and Google it and ask for the health benefits of chia seeds and flax seed, and it will tell you. So a little chia seed to that. I also have some fruit over here. I have my raspberries here. I'm gonna add a couple raspberries, like 3 raspberries each. You can add whatever fruit you have in your country, wherever you're from. You can add your fruit. I add some blackberries, some blueberries, sorry. Some blueberries I'm gonna add to that. And then I top mine off with honey. Instead of condensed milk or instead of sugar, I add some honey to mine. You can add as much honey as you want, make it as sweet as you want. It's up to you. I add some honey to it. And guys, that is my cornmeal porridge. It looks yummy, huh? That's a good way to start your morning. This is a very good way to start your morning, guys. Have a nice, healthy breakfast in the morning, and you are good until lunchtime. But you need to start your day right. And if you're gonna make cornmeal porridge, there's a lot of starch and so on in there. Some people add bread, crackers, and so on to it. I try to make it a little bit healthier by adding some fruit instead. So guys, go ahead and make this for your family, especially if you have little kids. This is good for little kids. Make it for your family, and I'm sure that they're gonna love you for it. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that little bell icon at the top. Until next time, bye-bye.